Good evening, you all. Thanks for sparing your time for our first discussion, which is going to be on our first topic titled Justification on our uh, current issue that we chosen. So, as we know, our current issue is online classes. So, based on that, we have to going to discuss on why we have chosen this topic as our project. So, let me introduce myself first. My name is Jodhisri Vasudevan, going to be moderator for this Zoom meeting, and also I will be the speaker five. Later, we'll be discussing on the on the example or the news that related on the online classes. So let's start from our speaker one.
Okay, my name is Gunaraj. Hi, friends. Okay, I'm going to talk about why is it important to discuss and give solution to online class issues. Okay, in the age of globalization, it is important to discuss about issues faced by the people due to this new method of education, which is online classes. Firstly, I would like to address the issues faced by parents. Well, online learning is new to students and parents. Especially parents of these young learners are more often to face problems like need to spend more time on concentrating and focusing to support their children to learn and master their subjects. Besides that, those parents who don't have IT skills face greater problems and need to seek help from their relatives, friends, and colleagues. Apart from that, do students really gain knowledge? Because the education system in our generation has been taught physically in classroom from schooling times to our current universities. But due to this pandemic, we all are forced to learn from mere videos and slides. Since the basic of our learning process have been compromised, this makes the students hard to learn without proper guidance. At the same time, I'm not telling the lecturers are not doing their work. What I'm trying to say, even they have their own problems with these online classes. So I think this is why it is important to discuss and give solution to online classes issues. I'll pass it to the next speaker.
Okay, thank you, Gunaraj. Again, the speaker too. Okay, let me start. When we question ourselves about few facts about online classes, we can assure that it brings goods and bads, but definitely bad are far more higher compared to goods. So from my point of view, it is really important to discuss and find solution about the online class issues. I would like to discuss about the most raised problem, which is technical issues and environmental issues. Not every students are able to own a device where they can use it for online studies. When government suddenly announced that students have to join online classes, many students from our poor background faced frustration. This is where they don't own a device or a proper coverage feel which makes them feel hatred towards education. This is my first point. Moving to the second point, I will say environmental issue. While studying from home or wherever students may be, there can be more distractions than usual, especially with family and possibly younger siblings around. As a result of these distractions, students fail to concentrate in a subjects which can lead them to fail or to score lower. I think this is the main two issues that I think where we need to solve or to find solution. If not, this is going to be a big issue in future. So I think that's all from me. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
thank
That
you.
is really good input from both of you on our first subtopic, which is, was the first reason for our topic that we chosen, which is important to discuss and give solution to online classes issues. So the second reason would be discussed by our next speaker on the implication if this class issue never solved. So you may proceed.
Hi everyone, I'm the third speaker. Okay, according to me, one of the implications of online learning is that there's high chances when substandard graduates are produced. This is because some students misuse the online platform to cheat in the exam in order to get higher marks. This is due to the fact where In online learning, there is no one to guide them or to monitor them. But when face to face, there are staffs to monitor them. So there is less chances for them to misuse the platform. So students take this opportunity for granted to cheat in exam, where they use several online apps such as Check, which is quite familiar among the university students, to obtain the answer for their assessments. This leads the students to obtain a certificate without basic knowledge, which affects their career where they couldn't apply the basic knowledge which they gain in university. This might also damage the university's reputation where they are unable to produce the standard graduates. So it also will form a question to a country about the education system. That's all from me. I'll pass it to the next speaker. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. From here, I'll continue. From my point of view, another implication of online learning is that students not being a hands-on person. Hands-on meaning students gain by actually doing something rather than learning about it from books, lectures, etc. In other words, involving or allowing the use of your hands or touching with your hands. We should actively and personally involve in something. For example, especially engineering students should get themselves to the ground. Malay word we use turun feel, involving practical skills, works in labs and workshops, which will make them a quality and a skilled person rather than just attending virtual labs and workshops through online learning. This is very important during applying for jobs after graduating. Before getting a job, employees will be interviewed, and one of the questions they will ask is whether we have any extra skills or talents. This shows the employee is deserving or not for the particular job. The candidate with great skills and talents will be selected immediately for the position of the job he or she applied. This will be an advantage for us. Therefore, being hands-on and good in practical skills and works will make each and every student to get job easily and being a quality worker and also a successful person in life. Okay, thank you. Now I pass on to the next speaker.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to be the last speaker for this discussion. So, first of all, from in my point of view, regarding your opinions on the implication, I would say it's those points are very common and serious implications, especially during this pandemic moment. So, do you guys think any other implication, or do you want to add something to any of these reasons that we stated just now? You may proceed. If you may feel free to unmute yourself to give your points on that. Anyone? Ilamadi, or can be anyone.
Okay, let me, I think from my point of view, I don't really have a statistical reading or whatever. From my point of view, I think around 100% of teenagers and youngsters nowadays, we can assure that now itself 30% of students, they don't really like studying. They find studying is really boring. If this online class is going to be the medium for the next few years, I'm very sure this 30% can become 70%, where people will have the hatred feeling towards education and they find it's very boring. So I think we're going to be instead of reaching our goals as a nation, as a educated nation, I think we're going to be non-educated future generations. That's it. It's from my point of view, lah.
Yeah, thank you, Isaac. I would agree with him because I think that When we study at school, not everyone are gifted with the same talent of learning and getting something new to themselves. So each student have their own way. That's why teachers are needed at school to teach them different things in different ways. They must adapt to the children's way, and they must go their way to teach what they want to teach them. So now like this, when they go into online classes, means the teachers can't know the weakness and the advantages of the students, which will lead to poor marks and poor understanding between the teacher and students. Thank you. That's all from me.
I agree with your point, Gunaraj.
Yeah, I firmly agree to those points. Thanks for that. So as the last speaker, I'm going to provide some interesting news that related on our topic, which is online classes. So we would get some real I mean news that related on the real time. So I already have sent a file that I edited on the news. You may check in our WhatsApp group. Okay, I believe that you can enter that, you can access that document. So I think I have listed out few news, and I'm going to start from the our in the news from our institution, which is UMP, that are I believe that we already knew this thing, which is regarding the check app issue. So based Ilamadi also mentioned just now on the under the implications of the online classes. So I would present this news as a great example for that check app issue. This screenshot is I received from my lecturer for the last semester on the dishonesty that occurred during our last examination. So we may add this or refer this example in our project, and followed by the Sabah girl stays in tree to get internet connection. And this news would be the best example also for the network issue, followed by the last news that also related on the network issue, where teacher helps student to mark their exercise by traveling to their home and staying at in front of their home to mark those exercise and also homework. So that I would say these are the example to our project. We may refer it for our future projects. So I think that's all for the discussion today. You may add any, if you have anything to add, you may add right now.
Okay.
Yeah, you may.
Since just now Isaac and Gunnar told, so I want to add it now. You see nowadays students getting lazier, because when we go to face-to-face class, we will walk to class, we'll take a bath, take our breakfast, then we'll go to class and sit down there and learn face-to-face. But nowadays, students from their bed, they what to say, they don't even wake up from their bed. They just open the laptop beside their bed and they attend the class. And some of them, even they are realizing they slept back. So this brings down the students' progress. So this is what I'm saying, you know.
That was cool point also. So anyone else? Any points to be added on? No, I guess no. I think we already finished the things that we drafted yesterday on this discussion. So I think we may end our meeting, our discussion today. So thanks for your precious times to join this discussion. See you soon in our next session. Thank you.
Thank
You're
you. See you
welcome.
guys.
Okay,
Thank
see
you.
you soon.